During the 2012 UEFA Champions League final between Bayern Munich and Chelsea, the iconic final, David Luiz, जो हमारे center back थे, he turns to Mario Gomez during the match itself. Mario Gomez was the striker for Bayern Munich. He turns to him and he says, "Your team is better, your team is playing better, but we will win." Last night, when we faced Bayern Munich at Allianz Arena after 2 years away from the UEFA Champions League, we probably didn't have that sort of self-belief, that sort of winning mentality, that sort of big game occasion where your biggest of players turn up. I felt वो थोड़ा सा missing था. For the 10-15 minutes of the beginning of the game, we looked lively, but I think Bayern just took over, and I think there was no looking back after that. After the game, Enzo Maresca says, "We can learn a lot from this game, but we show we can compete always." My question really is, did we even compete? And what did we even learn from this game? So अगर question की अगर answer करे, did we really compete? I think yes, we did compete. But the question really is, did we compete at the level that is required, that is expected in the UEFA Champions League? Probably not. In terms of what we learned from the game, I think 3 या 4 चीज़ें मेरे लिए क्लियर निकल कर आई, जिसके थ्रू हम मैच की भी एक तरह से कवर कर लेंगे कि what really happened in the game. I think the first point of focus would be defensively we just end up switching off. There are lapses in concentration, and I think ये proof रहा है over the last 2 Premier League games. I think since the season has started, we have not looked the same defensive side that we have been. Tosin coming into the team since the first match week because Levi Colwill is unfortunately out. I think a ball playing defender is not something that we have as a profile yet, and I think वो हमको थोड़ा सा haunt कर रहा है उस sense में. Yesterday against Bayern we saw that how Bayern were aggressively pressing us, and we just had no players who were there in positions to take up, carry those balls forward. How would we even get to them in the first place? हम first third पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा मिसिंग लगे. हम फाइनल थर्ड पे कैसे जाएंगे अगर हम डिफेंसिवली वी कांट प्रोग्रेस द बॉल इनटू मिडफील्ड, एंड देन देयर आर कैरियर्स हु कैन देन इन्वॉल्व द अदर प्लेयर्स. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज अ मिस. लैप्सेस इन कंसंट्रेशन की अगर हम बात करें तो द फर्स्ट गोल देयर वाज अ लैप्स ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन, बॉल कम्स इनटू द बॉक्स, Chalobah is caught two-footed. Second goal also, you'd agree that Cucurella was unable to find a passing option down the wing and ball got lost. Quick turnover. Before you even realize Harry Kane is inside the box, Moises Caicedo gets wrong side of him, puts in a lunge. Before you know it, it's a penalty. So, वही है, when there is a lapse in concentration and there are certain of these elements and key moments जहाँ हम switch off होते हैं, which even Enzo pointed out after the game, वहाँ the battle is won or lost. The second point is the fact that we are lacking genuine leaders on the pitch. Not just your captain or the vice captain is the designated leader. Everyone else should probably try to demand more from each other. Because see, when you're part of a winning group, वो यूनिटी जो हम देखे थे इन द क्लब वर्ल्ड कप ऑल्सो, वेयर एवरी वन जस्ट फेल्ट हंग्री, दे फेल्ड अप फॉर द ओकेजन, वो थोड़ा मिसिंग है. Across when you look at our years when we've been successful as a football club, even in the years where we've not done as well, let's say during that time when Lampard was in charge with the young boys, Jorginho, Kovacic, Azpilicueta, there were vocal leaders on the pitch barking out orders कि भाई ये करो वो करो, hold up this position, this guy from the opposition team is a threat, try to counter him, etc, etc. You get the theme, right? I think that is something which I feel is missing. We need more from Uncle Tosin to be more vocal, as we've known him to be all through. And we need that more on the pitch. We need more from last point which I felt as a learning from this game was the fact that we didn't create enough open play chances, and uska proof lie karta hai when we look at the games that we had against Brentford and Fulham. मैं आपको स्क्रीन पे फ्लैश करता हूँ. इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टैट. इवन अगेंस्ट ब्रेंटफोर्ड व्हेन यू लुक एट इट, ओपन प्ले में हमारी XG थी 1.15, एंड वो भी बिकॉज पामर गॉट एन ओपन प्ले चांस, एंड देन उसके बाद एक और क्लियर कट chance had fallen to Palmer, so that accounts for 1 out of the 1.15 that you see as the expected goals that we had. Short corners हम खेल रहे थे in that game, primarily at Brentford, and I think that was a miss because we had scored 4 goals in the previous 3 games, and wo charo goals were in swinging corners. Even in the game against Fulham, as we can see, open play XG of a 0.5, उसमें कॉर्नर से गोल आया था एंड पेनल्टी से गोल आया था, एंड हेंस वी वर एबल टू क्लोज आउट विद एन एक्सपेक्टेड गोल्स ऑफ 2.35. बट व्हेन यू लुक एट द फैक्ट दैट द ओपन प्ले XG इज सो पुअर, it just says कि we are not able to create chances, we are not able to progress the ball well enough in midfield, and then we can't create open play chances for our strikers. तो वो फॉर्म में कैसे आएंगे, right? If we talk about some of the other fixtures that are coming up thick and fast, because 4th October is when we break off for the international break. उसके पहले कुछ काफ़ी ही critical games for us. Man United away at Old Trafford this Saturday as a late night game. Amorim is under pressure. The Man United team is in a vulnerable place right now, you'd agree. But having said that, Old Trafford is a very, very tricky venue because even when United are at their worst, somehow they end up finding a way against some of the big 6 opposition teams. Then we have a game against Lincoln, which should be one for our young boys to get involved in. Brighton and Benfica offer very, very difficult fixtures. Also will be critical to carry some good momentum there. Back 3 points there. Benfica ka here we go aa chuka hai for the special one, Jose Mourinho. So it will be a homecoming for Jose Mourinho, the 1st October game that we have as part of the Champions League at home to Benfica. And then before the international break, we play the Premier League champions Liverpool. करंट फॉर्म तो देख के बॉस सच पूछो तो डर लग रहा है. लिवरपूल हैव बीन फॉर्मिडेबल दिस सीजन. 4 प्रीमियर लीग गेम्स में 4 विन्स लिए. चैंपियंस लीग में कल ही डिज़ायर दिखाया, वो हंगर दिखाया, और जस्ट दैट विनिंग मेंटालिटी स्विच ऑन किया, एंड 90+2 मिनट्स पे वर्जिल वैन डाइक विद द विनर डिस्पाइट हैविंग 2 अर्ली गोल्स. बात ये चल रही है इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक को लेके कि नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑनवर्ड्स, एंड दिस इज जस्ट टॉक फॉर नाउ, कि नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑनवर्ड्स, जस्ट टू avoid the October international break that we're right now breaking off for after these run of games, उसको scrap करके they'll have a 3-week September में international break. If it were to me, I think I would have an international break of 3 weeks in October. Let the players and the new signings assimilate in their squads. Let them understand the tactics, etc. Build up to speed after the summer transfer window, after all of that summer break that they get, ताकि थोड़ा और कोहेजन टीम्स में थोड़ा और दिखे. क्योंकि इवन इन द प्रीमियर लीग इन द वीकेंड वी सॉ दैट देयर वर नॉट प्लेंटी ऑफ गोल्स, टीम्स लैकलस्टर लग रही थी, केमिस्ट्री गैप था, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, राइट? सो यस, बने रहिए चैनल में. इफ़ यू लाइक द वीडियो, प्लीज़ hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, please share about the channel with your other football friends. You do not have to be necessarily a Chelsea fan for the content. I put up a whole host of different sort of content for you guys. Until the next time, guys.